Hi Heidi. So just again, it's just faster to make a quick video just to talk through the questions you sent in. So with this one, we won't need 16 different page breaks. All we'll really need is just one page break, and as long as the question that the logic is being based off of and the questions that the logic is attached to are on different pages, then it will work correctly. So we just really need one page break in after they select strongly, somewhat agree, strongly agree, and so on. And then we just need a page break in between those and whichever ones we want to display to our participants. So basically you have two different options. So for example, with this one, I've already set it up to basically say if they select strongly agree or strongly or somewhat disagree or somewhat agree to this question, then only show this answer choice then. So then we can put in our second one and we can add some display logic here as well. So this will all be within one question, just on a separate page from this question. But your other option then is just to do some just normal multiple choice questions and just do this and just say, why do you feel strongly agree or strongly disagree, whichever options you want, and then you can have your ideas. Team heavyweights. And then at the end you can have your other with a allow text entry box there, and you can change this to be multiple answers so they can select more than one if you want. So I would just copy and paste those in again. Sorry, so change that before you actually paste in your values. And then if you're doing this, if you're splitting each one of these out into their own question, again, you don't need to put a page break in between each one. Just as long as there's a page break after this question, you can put 4, 5, 6, 16 of these on the same page if you need it. Just make sure the page break is in between the two questions. With this one, you don't even need a page break, to be perfectly honest. You will need it on this one because they're answer choices you're adding display logic to. But if you're just adding display logic to the entire question, we can remove that page break and just go to add display logic. Then I have question 5. I feel comfortable, strongly disagree or strongly agree, for example, is selected. And then select the in-page option. So then what will happen is basically if they say strongly disagree or strongly agree, this question will just pop up on the page underneath. So they don't actually have to go to the next page at all. Just the relevant questions will appear underneath this matrix table on their page. So going back to your second question then, there's no other types of questions that can achieve something like this. Side by side is the only question type that really allows you to do kind of both selection and text entry, with the exception of just a normal multiple choice with another text entry allowed. But in terms of this, there's no way to have 3 different things all on one page and to have display logic within the one question within a side by side. So that's the reason we have to split this out, and they're really the only 2 ways to go about it. The scoring is pretty much available on all questions. Same with the recode values. There's some question types that doesn't apply to, that you can't actually apply scoring or recode values to, but for the most part that is available. But really the part that we're struggling with here, and the reason we have to split this out, is due to the display logic you want to set up to only show certain selections if they select strongly agree or strongly disagree. And in order to do that, we will need to split it out into a separate question, or just contain them all within the one question and don't have any display logic applied. But these are your best 2 options for when you do split it out. So I hope this does answer your questions, but if you do have any other questions, just let me know.